Hello and welcome to Plus One to Gaming. I'm Chris.
And I'm Eric.
I'm Billy.
And I'm Mark.
As we jump into episode 6 of Greystock's Notes. Bill, do you want to take us through a little refresher before we jump back into our game?
Of course. So the party last session had found Greystock's Manor and had explored it. They have found their way into Greystock's laboratory, defeated the threat that was there, which was some sort of undead white creature. You don't really understand much about what he was due to some unfortunately low religion rolls. Happens.
Not the most spiritual bunch.
You don't gotta call me out like that.
But after dealing with the menace, you explored
The Phantom Menace?
Yeah.
Hello
You
there.
explored Greystock's lab. So you saw a poster that had an updated idea of what the planar map was, with some new planes that you are not familiar with, that you thought maybe he is the only one that believes that they're there, or he's trying to prove that they're there. You also saw evidence that he was provided some sort of tool for keeping notes that was provided to him by some strange group that has cult-like tendencies that you aren't really aware of who they are, but you recognize the symbol. The equipment looks like it is stored somewhere that is temperature controlled and out of safe and out of prying eyes. So your thought is that it's probably somewhere underground. You checked the cellar and you didn't see anything. You saw evidence of a person being dragged in the cellar, more evidence of some horrific violence that occurred in this house. And out of the corner of Zizal's eyes, you see that some of the rafters continue through the wall. So you think that there may be a room north of the cellar, another underground room. You just don't really know how to get to it as of right now. You've checked in the cellar. You don't see any entrances here. So as you are considering your predicament, you realize that you got one more note when you explored that I forgot to give you. So you just it's scrumbling through the thing like, oh yeah, this was stuck with some gum to the back of the journal.
You could have blamed that on us and I would have believed you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So whoops. But
Saz, look at that. They're stuck on your shoe. What is it? It's a bit of paper.
It's just a literal scrap of paper that's got a couple letters written on it that doesn't. The word that it forms is kind of strange. Can everybody see it?
Yeah, the one that starts with WIS.
Yeah, the Wizchester.
Worcestershire.
They tried to spell wizard
they're
claws
trying to
and
get that
failed.
Boston that Boston fish sauce. Word.
Yeah.
Worcestershire.
Yeah. He didn't know how to spell it. That's obviously what it is.
Yeah, this is obviously the beginning of a grocery list. And probably meaningless.
So you don't really know where to go now, but I think
That's accurate.
everybody roll me an intelligence check. Lord Wizard Claus is smart. Umran is not. Lord Wizard Claus got a 20. Umran got a 1.
Feeling exhausted.
Yeah, so Umran, you just don't really know much, but Lord Wizard Claus,
Period.
know much about where to go over here. You're just stumped.
True.
You're convinced that the path to get there is somewhere in this room. But Lord Wizard Claus, you are trying to think to yourself where, if I was to build a staircase to get down to another room, where's the best place to hide that staircase?
With magic in a hidden portal, of course.
Yeah, so if it was not, it has to be in this plane. This, it can't be an extra dimensional space. Where is the best place to put a staircase?
I guess behind something, behind a hidden door.
Behind a hidden
Or under,
door.
when I say that, the floor, like a cellar door type of thing to go down.
Yeah, something like that. But you also know that if you have a staircase, it's always a lot of staircases. They put staircases underneath other staircases because as the roof goes this way, you have the next roof go this way, right?
Oh, doubling them up.
doubling them up. So like if
Clearly, I don't know the person. I don't know much about.
yeah,
stairs.
that's why I was trying to think that that's a way to do it because you can't really use that space underneath the staircase for anything except for maybe another staircase.
Or a Harry Potter closet, which is what we have.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
hiding
well,
hole.
I think I do believe that the because Wizard Claws lived in like a wizard's like townhouse,
Mhm.
and so I think this type of staircase could have easily been used for that type of build because it was like maybe 2 or 3 stories tall, but with stairs.
He's proficient in staircases.
He's proficient in staircases. He's known some staircases.
You just that is the hint that you just know from your intelligence check. Just maybe that's a place to start looking. But we're not going to run around.
He'll wander over the stairs and like rub his face on them like cats are wont to do. And could he do perception check around the stairs?
Yeah. So give me a perception check at these stairs.
These stairs, yeah.
Yeah, that's yeah. Give me a perception check.
Rolling hot tonight.
Yeah, so you have with your perception check, you can see that these stairs are like your standard cellar stairs. So you can see behind them. There's nothing really hidden behind these stairs.
Yes, no stairs under these stairs. But Sizel Umran, I do believe that there might be another way to go lower, underground even further, so we can find the source of this scrying hub.
Well, I didn't think we needed to go lower, right? The beams are on this level. It's just not. They're just farther north.
Correct. So they would be in the same level you're at right now, but just not. You can't access them from here.
What did you say? Something? I was wandering around endlessly.
Yeah, we gotta find a way. There's obviously like another cellar somewhere north of here.
Another section of cellar.
Yes, but one that's not like easily achievable. I don't know.
Yes. Are you suggesting we have to go up to get down?
Yeah, sometimes you gotta go up to get down.
And I gotta get up.
Yeah,
So
I was trying to think of the
like-
song. I couldn't.
Is the plan then to go upstairs and look for another set of cellar elsewhere then?
Yes.
All right.
Let's explore.
So you are back onto the first floor. I forget where I left you off.
Beware of poltergeists.
I bet there's stairs underneath that bear statue.
I'm barely convinced that bear is hiding any secrets now.
Shall we do a loop and look for? Well, this would be hidden then. Yes.
Yeah, we're looking for hidden stairs. So
Perhaps
I didn't roll a good enough intelligence check really to lead this.
Follow me. We'll start
But I
our
think I
search.
know. I think the human who's driving me knows.
Yes, well, let us try the northern part of the manse.
So fast.
I need to zoom out.
On those 4 paws. It's very quick.
Yes, I
Where'd you go? Oh, here.
Oh, I'm
Down
in Greystock.
around the corner.
Hello, Skellington.
This
Little
way,
Greystock.
Nigel.
It's hard to navigate. Okay, here we go.
We need to put a bell on this cat.
No, that would lower my stealth score.
His
significantly.
study. You think his secret door came from here? That
It's
could make
possible.
sense.
So the cat deduced that it's under the stairs, right? And the stairs up here.
Oh, here they
Mhm.
are. Well done, Zazzle. You found it between 2 ferns.
Did you just?
It's between 2 ferns. So it's either here along this wall or on the like the butt of them.
Well, then perhaps the door
Also butts up
behind
against
his desk.
Greystock's
Like up in here.
Yeah, check
Mhm.
there.
Let's all look
Rubbing
together in case one of us isn't good at it.
I don't need your criticism. Thank you very
I
much.
was preemptively giving my mistake a cover. How do I?
I had to beat the crap out of a Phantom Menace earlier.
Why don't you give me a perception or an investigation check, whichever one you want.
I already clicked perception.
What were my options? Did you say insight or investigation?
Yes.
Investigation.
Oh, I
Hold
rolled
on.
perception.
I did too.
Or yeah, sorry, not perception or investigation, not insight.
Okay, I'll stick with perception.
Yes. You're trying to.
Ah, There
okay.
you go. 17 then.
Somebody's looking.
So with Amran, with your perception, since you're specifically looking for like some sort of hidden door back here. You're focusing on this area behind his desk that does abut to a staircase, and it does seem that there is some sort of there's something back here. You see that the wall, there doesn't seem to be like a seam in the wall, but it looks like the makeup of the wall changes from one point to the other. And then in looking through for that, you do see that at the base of this section, kind of hidden in a image that shows Greystock himself holding a book and looking very majestic. But you see behind him in that image is a perfectly round mirror. And that mirror in the image doesn't seem to match up and be like painted. It looks like it's something else, but it's designed to blend perfectly in with the painting.
Can I peek and see my face in it?
Yeah. You look and see. It's not actually it's not actually a mirror. It's in the painting. It's supposed to be a mirror, but it's not a mirror itself. It doesn't reflect any imagery, but you do see that it's magic. Okay, so when you poke at it,
quarterstaff, just boop.
All right.
This looks suspicious here.
Yeah, you poke with it with an object, and it doesn't seem to do anything. It's just you poking like a wall or a picture or something. You do feel that there's something special about this.
Feels out of place.
Do the like knocking trick, like if you knock on a wall, you like do.
You're standing here too.
I'll knock on this side. You knock on this side.
Okay, go first.
You guys hear that?
Yes.
Good foley.
Good foley.
You hear it also that there definitely is a hollow space behind this wall.
Wait, where I am? In the bottom corner?
Sorry.
That's
Umrin was knocking. Yeah, where Umrin is. It's kind of like right here where I'm going to hold it down.
Lord Wizard Claws, if you were to hide, say, a lever to control a secret cat door to a secret cat lair, where would you do that? Any thoughts?
Let me see.
Maybe under the desk or something.
It could be, but in my experience, these are usually open with passphrases or magical keywords.
Oh, like Worcestershire. Where's that crumpled note?
But he will take. Can he do an inspection like under and around the desk area to see if there are any kind of release mechanisms?
Yeah. So you looked at this desk already, and you got a really high perception, and you didn't see anything. And
okay.
So,
well, I guess maybe I'll take 10 minutes to do detect magic as a ritual while they're
banging around.
Yeah.
I'm gonna lay the crumpled note out on the desk and start trying to consider it.
It's a bit meta, but it's directly attributed to our ability scores, is it not? Wisdom, charisma, strength.
Oh yeah.
I don't want to read too much into that, though.
I mean, everybody knows that like those are the basic building blocks of like a person or a thing.
The pillar of any good soldier.
So ability scores are canon in AOA?
Yeah, it's like humors.
Yeah, they actually are. So you remember that if you look at the data table that is in the World Anvil, that each plane has an associated ability score.
Let's go revisit the...
so they are, like, people understand, like, strength. So they understand that, it's kind of, like the humors, where, like, these are the aspects of life, of your personality, of in your character, along with, like, your health is one, and your kind of exactly, it's just like your character sheet, but they see it as like a religious, like, trying to put numbers down to somebody's personality, which is exactly what we do in the game. Yes.
Well, if I recall correctly, wisdom is attributed to Tao, the earth elements. Charisma. What is this? Do you remember, Zazel?
Oh no,
It's
I don't think I
elementary.
do.
You don't recall the pantheon of elements.
Well, yeah, I mean, elementary is named after elementary school, and I did not do that.
Clearly, you have a
You have an
stronger grasp of the
education.
pantheon.
Oh, I do.
Smart.
Yes.
Roll to see if you do.
It's more fun to
I
roleplay.
need to go through my mental tabs.
I closed it, and now I can't find that mental tab. Oh, there it is.
I have a new mental computer which hasn't saved my password.
Do you want me to just name them all off? Or do
I
you
mean, there's a
have
bunch of
access?
Well,
them.
I'm almost there now.
Okay.
It's more fun to play it out, I guess.
Yeah. And then
Well, oh, look, this book I found of the planes. We can all read through together. And we can flip through the marked pages of the different planes. I'll start on the shade. You start at the glow. I
Yes,
forgot
well,
what I'm looking for.
Well, the next one is Dormont, the element of fire, which is attributed to charisma. Yes, and Buck, the element of water, and its attribute is strength. Earth, fire, and water.
Okay.
This sounds like a bad
Yes. Of course.
Eowyn band I've seen perform once or twice.
Yeah. They had a banger or two.
What does that mean, though? Do those three elements appear at all in the painting?
They do not.
Okay. I couldn't remember
not-
the whole description.
Yeah, like there's not any specific thing that you think. There's no
Okay.
representative. I mean, like there's the earth in the painting, but there's not like a specific like burning something or like a lake or anything. It's a painting that takes indoor in his like study. It's just him standing up, like holding a book, looking very regal, And on that back wall, once again, you see that there's just like an image of a mirror. The image, the mirror is just like a modeled gray.
Mm-hmm.
You know that it's supposed to be a mirror, but you can tell that it's not actually. It's different than the rest of the painting is painted on. That's like a magical structure, some sort of, and you do think that that's a key to open this up.
did you finish
Those
your
stones? Weren't the colored stones that caught your eye, Lord Wizard Claus, in one of the rooms?
Yes, we battled
Were
that
they-
poltergeist.
Did those happen to have anything to do with such elements of spellcasting, to your knowledge?
It's possible, to my understanding, those stones are used to travel to the planes, so it's possible they have some connection here.
Did you finish casting that detect magic spell?
Let me check.
Yes, you finished casting it while people were just looking at
we're reading books and trying to relearn elementary?
trying to relearn the
Shit, I don't remember.
belief of the elementics, the pantheon of the elements. And you do see that there is an overwhelming amount of magic behind there. So you do see that there's a lot of magic hidden under there as some sort of room that goes down. You can see it from here because it's not that. It's like a range of 30 feet.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so you can see it from there. Just a little glimpse of some items hidden down there. The wall itself is magic, and then you see a very bright magical glow from just where that shield is on the wall. The whole wall itself is kind of magic.
Wait, what shield?
Not the shield, sorry, the mirror.
Oh, okay.
That's what I figure.
That
I'm about to get a +1 shield.
those stones, if they were meant to travel to the gale, the flood, or other planes, then they would correspond with these pillars of strength and wisdom that we all know and share.
Yes, we could go collect a
not-
few and see if it's a key to this puzzle. I have one idea I'd like to try first. If you don't mind.
No, feel free. I have no idea what I'm doing.
Join the club. That's why we joined the Adventure Guild in the first place, because we don't know what we're doing. And he'll look at the mirror and say, Dormont Buck.
There is no response from the mirror. It doesn't look like it did anything due to audio cues.
Nope, I thought that it might be a password, but it is not.
Oh, I see what you're thinking.
Yeah, that's a good line of thinking, but didn't work. That's not your fault. That's good.
Let me just ask you outright. Has anybody touched it yet? I know you touched it with your stick, and
Yes, I poked at it.
I
But
told
you
you to
haven't-
tap on it.
but when you tap on it with the stick, nothing happens. But nobody's actually touched it, right?
Touch it with your flesh.
Do it.
No.
Wait,
Yeah, I mean, like you had
My-
10 minutes. I didn't know, like in that 10 minutes, like if you like felt the painting to see if it felt different or anything like that.
Yeah, I mean, if we are gonna examine the wall, then eventually I will.
Yeah.
Be forced to touch it with my hand.
Yeah. So as you touch it with your hand, you see that wherever you touch it, like a little blue line follows, but then after a second or two, the blue line disappears.
Interesting. Did you see that? Yeah.
Um,
In the planar, in the mirror, I'm gonna walk over and scribble the symbols for which ones were they?
earth, fire, and water.
The gale, and then the flame, and then the symbol for the flood.
Earth is not the gale, right? You're doing Earth.
that's
which
wind.
is-
Yeah, Earth is the Tao.
It's just a
quake.
triangle.
Oh, my
Yeah.
bad. Okay, well then the next time I'll try that first.
Okay. Yeah, I just wanted to make sure that. Yeah.
No, I
so
was
when you
confused by the color. I was like, green must be Earth.
No, yeah. So it's the brown triangle, the
Gotcha.
mountain looking one. So yeah, when you put those symbols in, after you put all three symbols in, you see that the wall itself just loses substance, and it's still there, but you could walk through it now.
Tight. I was gonna say to draw a wiener on it.
Also would have worked actually.
It's a second. It's a quick
That's
key.
just- yeah,
That's
that's
the
like the
disabled admin
That's
code.
that was put in. He didn't know
Shortcut.
that it was put in there, but it was put in by. It's
That's
like
a backdoor.
Yeah, the administrator's password. He always just makes it a dick.
Is the browser or the router always comes with the default
Yes.
The default-
manufacturer.
The specific
Well,
manufacturer has it as a dick.
Seems like you onto something there, Lord Wizard Claus. Why don't you proceed in triumph through the door? I
well-
stand back and bow a bit.
Well done, of course. Due to my brilliance, we've gained access to this portal. And he'll march
Yes.
on down.
Nothing but you.
All right.
Where's this door? We opened it. We deserve to see it.
Their doors, you
Give
can't
us
really
the word.
see anything because it's just translucent. But I will move. So, what order are you guys marching down? I'm going to have to move you to the other map.
Yeah, Lord Wizard Claus is popping on through.
So you're first.
I'll follow, I guess.
Yeah,
Okay. We'll
and
bring
then
up the
Zyzal in the
layers.
back. All right, let me switch you over. Can you see
I'm
things?
right in the back. This is my only chance to be in
Yeah.
the back.
So hidden behind that wall is a staircase leading down. At the bottom of the stairs is a storage vault. There are no windows in the iron-reinforced stone walls. The floor is polished marble. Shelves line the wall of the vault, on which sit numerous unique and strange-looking objects. Fine robes sit upon a mannequin in the corner of the vault, and various weapons lay upon weapon racks. In the back of the wall are several bookshelves and a simple wooden desk. Next to the desk sits a large glass sphere with swirling lavender gas within. To either side of that are sets of armor.
So Wizard Claus is going to peek his head around this. Is this a bookcase here?
Yes,
That's
yes,
right?
these
Okay,
are it's just like shelves,
sure.
just various shelves and bookcases.
But he'll peek on like around his head around the corner, and with the last bit of his detect magic, he'll look at the armor specifically. He's heard tales. I've heard tales of wizards guarding their treasures with animated armor and other devious weapons. It's a nasty
No.
trap indeed.
Good Lord. I'm going to pull my quarterstaff out when he says that.
Yeah, so you poke your head around. You see that you still have the you can see everything in this room glows with magic, including those robes, including the armor, including that sphere. There's multiple items within the bookshelf because that's still within 30 feet. Yeah, some of those weapons are magic. There's just a lot of magic in this room. You hadn't really seen a lot of magic items, and so now you see where he's been storing them all.
Could he get a bead on like the type of magic on the armor specifically
Of course.
before the spell lapses?
Yeah. Right. So you know that the type of armor or the type of magic on that armor would be similar to armor or to magic that would animate that armor.
Zazel, Umran, I must urge caution. Those suits of armor could be a threat. It's best not to touch them.
I bet they're not threatened by just a simple house cat. We wouldn't
Who's to say?
recognize such as a threat. Perhaps scout ahead some. See if you can divine any divinings.
Yes, well, I could take a peek. He will hide.
Okay.
May I roll a stealth check?
Yeah.
Can I assist him in any way?
How do you say?
Yeah, like
Put a piece of cloth over him so he just looks like a little bag.
yeah. Okay.
He will also he'll cast his magic paw.
Okay.
And Fiona will pop out of her portal dimension.
Okay.
That's about you.
Yeah,
Oh,
and then
I need to get freaking Fiona now. Give me a second.
Well, I
I
guess
forget where
like it
she
only
was.
matters if we go into initiative.
This Fiona was a
But-
bit premature. He wasn't ready.
Yeah. I'll find her.
Okay. But yeah, he'll hop up onto the shelf and start like creeping this way to kind of take a peek.
Oh, this is exciting. I can't say anything because of dynamic lighting.
Oh yeah, you can't see my screen, can you?
Let's see around the corner. I'm gonna open Twitch.
All right. So nobody else is turning that corner, right?
We're waiting for an all clear.
All right. Can you move Fiona now? You see her?
Let's see. I see her and I can move her.
Okay.
Big. This time.
Yeah, I just made her something. Actually, yeah. She's still a rat because that's what she was last time. So
She can still be a rat.
do whatever. All right. So yeah, there's a lot of things. Nothing has happened as of yet.
And then could he do just like he'll sneak over close to that armor. Could he do just I guess maybe an arcana check on it to see if he can identify it as like a suit of animated armor? Like, Cool.
You're fairly certain that is a suit of armor that can animate given some sort of command.
I guess like, do I know the elements of that spell? Like, is it touch based or is it like command or trigger based?
You don't really know what the command is to animate the spell. You do know that it's it's animated right now. It's just not moving. You don't know what its command is, what orders it was given. It is
so he'll go back and to Zazel and Umran, and yes, well, it's a bit perplexing because if they were animated and they were meant to defend, it makes me wonder why they weren't used to defend this manse. So there must be some kind of other trigger or thing that they're defending or guarding.
What if the only thing worth defending is in this room?
Yeah,
It's quite possible.
It's the only
doesn't
thing
seem like
hidden.
they made it down here. Yeah, and this is like obviously a well hidden, well taken care of room. Like they put a lot of work into this.
Yes, indeed. Well, I do believe what we're looking for is probably in this room, if I'm not mistaken. So if we do want to explore it, we just should use caution.
Yes, I have a feeling that Spectre from earlier is going to show up. So, might be on your guard. What are we looking for anyways?
Greystock's notes, of course.
The notes, still with the notes.
Can
Well,
Wizard
then-
Claws hop on this desk and investigate it?
Yep.
Or is it percept it?
Yep, but as soon as you get right there,
Uh-huh.
you hear dun, 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 a woman's voice. And a silver-haired woman shows up in that in the sphere with the swirling lavender gas, and she says, "Please provide password. Please provide password." And you see a number on there that goes 5, 4,
Oh, the
Oh, the
WISCHASTR.
3,
The name of the gods.
2,
Or is it Tristle?
1.
Dao. What was the other
All
one?
right, everybody, stop where you are. Roll for initiative.
Shit.
Oh, I'm so poor at rote memorization.
I'm trying to like go through the letters real quick. Like, what's a thing in here that's important?
But all right, so I see initiative from Zizal and Umran.
Did
Oh,
mine
and I
not go
see yours
through?
is 19. Yeah, so you go first.
Okay.
The armors you see have started to animate, but they haven't moved yet. But you could like haven't taken their turn yet, but you can see that they are starting to move. Their command was triggered.
Okay. Could he? I guess there's no way for him to hop up. I was gonna say, like, is the sphere like a thing that you can draw on, like that other portal thing?
I mean, it's a glass sphere with glowing. Well, it was glowing lavender gas, but when you got within range, it a woman's face appeared in there. You know enough about wizardry to look like it looks like some sort of like a crystal ball, like a scrying crystal ball that's kind of been repurposed for something else. It's like a viewing, like a TV monitor almost.
Gotcha. Okay. What will he do? He runs over to Umran and Zizal and lets them know. Oh, it appears those almost have become animated. And let's see. I don't know what else.
That doesn't sound good.
No, I assure you it's not. Go ahead.
Right then, is it?
I do believe it is. I think one thing he can do, he will use his helpful magic paw to reach into his pouch of holding and pull out a bag of caltrops as his action.
Okay.
Or not caltrops. I'm sorry. I meant to say ball bearings.
Oh, okay. Ball bearings. Got it.
Yeah.
So that was your turn. So you move back.
Yeah, he moved back, jumped up onto the shelf, used his free action to get his item out.
Sizel's about to sneeze. Hang on. Oh, he won that battle. All right.
Constitution saving throw.
Okay, I'm gonna use a second level spell, Aid. Your spell bolsters your allies with toughness and resolve. Choose up to 3 creatures within range. Each target's hit point maximum and current hit points increased by 5 for the duration.
Yep, all have 5.
We all have 5 extra hit points. Use them wisely.
Yep. All right. So yeah. So you cast Aid. Everybody has extra hit points. It is now Umran's turn.
Oh well. Here we go again. I'm going to start with my bonus action. I will use Charger. That's actually my action and my bonus action. So I dash to this guy. So moving 10 feet in a straight line before taking this bonus action, I can gain a +5 bonus to the attack damage roll.
Okay.
Or push him. So I will do, I'm going to come in, Charger, and then use a 2-handed quarterstaff attack. 23 to hit.
That is a hit.
8 damage. I get an extra attack.
Oh, you also get the extra damage because of Charger, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So the 18 is also hits for 7 more damage. And then the Charger, I would only do it to one of them, I would assume.
Right.
First one.
The first one. Then also a martial arts unarmed strike is a 9 to hit.
9 is a miss.
Okay. So that misses.
Roll your d6 extra damage for your Charger. So 3 more damage.
I'll use a key. for stunning strike, so he has to save a DC 13 con roll,
Okay.
or else be stunned.
All right. Stunned. I'm checking. He has to roll a con save.
Mm-hmm.
11.
Does not save.
So he is stunned for 1 round.
Sweet. So then that was 25 feet of movement.
Really glad Umran's on our team.
Yeah.
He's doing that big damage.
So I'm gonna whack him a bunch of time. My unarmed strike just doesn't hit, but I'm gonna use that kind of momentum to spin off of him with the rest of my movement to square with the other suit of armor.
Okay.
And is there something else I want to do?
A backflip. Do a flip.
Yeah.
Do a barrel roll.
Patient defense for 1 key to. Can I hold a dodge action?
No, you just dodge.
So yeah, the dodge action, you take the dodge action, which means that he has disadvantage against your all attacks in the next round, right? Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, I'm gonna square off with him and then patiently defend myself. And that is my turn.
That was a good call.
Good action
So-
economy.
Yes, great action economy. So the suit of armor to the is stunned. He can't do anything. And the suit of armor that's squared up with Umrin is going to attack Umrin. He's going to roll. He's going to attack twice.
Gonna try.
Yeah. He misses on the first one. Does a 19, I assume, would hit for the second.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
All right. I have these all coded wrong, so I have to do it manually. So you take 3 points of damage.
Fair enough.
And it is back up to Lord Wizard Claws right now.
Could
Fiona.
go after Umran? I didn't roll her initiative.
Yeah. So so she just can go because it's the bottom of the order. So she goes after Umran. But yeah.
She is actually going to. Wizard Claus is going to say to her, Fiona, go ahead and supervise Umran. Make sure he's doing his best. And she's going to climb up and give Umran help.
Okay.
As
His
her
next-
action.
So his next attack has advantage.
Correct.
All right, perfect. So it is your turn.
Wizard Claus will use his helpful magic paw to disperse some ball bearings in front of the suit of magical armor that's been stunned previously by Umran's strikes.
So there are now ball bearings. And right there, we'll say. I guess it probably takes up a full 5-foot space, so we'll just make it a full 5-foot space.
That's fine.
All right. So there are ball bearings right there.
And that's the end of Wizard Claw's turn.
All right, Zizal.
All right. I'm going to step out to where I can see what's happening because I still haven't been able to see the whole room yet.
Get your head in the game, Zazzle.
I'm trying. This is the one we're attacking, correct?
That's the one that's not stunned as of now.
Not stunned as of now.
Yeah, it's stunned for only 1 round. So this is the one that's
Yeah.
stunned. You assume that he will not be stunned on his turn next.
Mm-hmm. I'm going to viciously mock it, I guess. Can I click this? Oh, that just tells you what it does.
All right.
Spell save 14. That's nice.
It is.
Yeah. And what do they have? They just have the wisdom. I doubt they're wise.
They are not wise,
They're
but they also are deaf. They do not hear.
They're
Or
deaf.
see. They do not hear.
Mm,
So he does not hear you. So he does not.
boiled.
Yeah. So you know that for next time that when you do that, you shout at him. He doesn't even notice you because he is fighting on instinct.
I'm not sure this is the venue for your jokes, Seisel.
But yeah, I'm not. I mean, obviously, it's a rough crowd. I'll figure it out next time.
I don't think I have anything else I can do because that was my action. I don't really want to move. I'm going to move back into the stairwell. Sizel's scared.
All right. So it is this guy's turn first. He's going to walk out here. So he steps onto those ball bearings. Does he have to roll a deck save?
He rolls a deck save. Let me pull up the full ball bearings.
Yeah. So his deck save, surprisingly for
Oof.
it's a.
I'm pretty
16.
sure that saves.
Yeah, it's a 60. Oh, you see it?
No, it's DC 10 is the deck save. Or they
Yeah, it's
fall
a 16.
prone.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
he does save. So he goes to put 1 foot forward. And he
There's not enough
catches-
weight for him to have a center of balance.
he catches himself.
Such tricky armor.
But he is going to go to Lord Wizard Claws in front of him, and he is going to try to hit Lord Wizard Claws. He just slammed. You know that you see that he has a weapon in his hand, but he's not using the weapon. He's just trying to slam you with his great bulk. So he's going to swing at you. He misses on the first one. He's going to slam again. Plus 4, 16. Does a 16 hit?
16 hits, but could I use my reaction to cast shield?
You absolutely can.
Okay. Yes, I think he will, as that fist comes down at him, he can't dodge the second one, and a magical shield will form around him.
All right. And it increases your AC enough that he misses you with the shield. Yeah, so that is his turn. It is now Umrin. It is your turn. The one in front of you has not been hit yet. The other one has been hit, and it looks like he has been, the armor is starting to kind of hang off him in places. He looks like he's roughed up pretty good. It's your turn, so he's still back here.
My bad. Okay, I forgot.
Yeah,
that.
so I'm going to,
right.
if he can,
That makes it easier.
action he's going to do, but if you're going to do something to change it, we will retcon.
No, I think he should still do that, but I should just have seen in the future.
Yeah.
Okay. No, I'm gonna do so 1 key down for Hands of Harm.
Okay.
I will start with a 2-handed quarterstaff smack, though.
And you have advantage on the attack roll.
Yep.
Just as a reminder.
25.
That is a definite hit on this guy.
They didn't even need that advantage.
Yeah. So
10 bludgeoning damage.
all right.
And then I will, since I did that Hands of Harm. Oh, wait. I keep forgetting. I need to do this multiple times. Second hit is 18 to hit.
Yeah, his second one is a hit as well.
So that's 4 additional damage. An unarmed strike. Hits at 22, I assume.
Yeah. So 22 also hits.
Okay, so then Hands of Harm, where is that? This creature is not incapacitated, so it's just 1 martial arts die. Additional.
Correct.
1d6.
And that's necrotic damage.
It is.
All right. He does take the necrotic damage.
So that is. Did you total it or do you need me to?
No, I got it. So he took a lot of damage that round. He pumped him up.
How much was that?
Yeah,
24
he
points
took
of damage.
24 points of damage. Yeah, so he is definitely like you see that the armor starting to come off. Like it's just hanging weird at certain places because there's nothing inside this armor, so you could just tell that it's the magic that's holding it together is starting to fade. So the first armor does what he did before, but he misses Lord's Wizard Claws because of the shield. But the second one is going to attack you, and he's going to make 2 slam attacks. So the first one is a nat 20, unfortunately.
Oh.
So he is going to hit you. Roll these damage die. Just roll. You just double the damage die.
Should have stunned him.
Should have stunned him, but not terrible. You take 10 points of damage.
Hmm.
And then the second attack, he's going to slam you as well. That one is a miss, I would assume, with a 13.
My AC is 13.
It's a hit.
That hits.
Oh no. So he's going to swing or slam you again, and he does 4 points of damage.
That's smart.
And that is his turn. It is back to Fiona.
And she'll continue assisting
Okay.
Oberon.
So Lord Wizard Claws, your turn.
I say these animated armors have very little manners. He's going to. He's pretty incensed that this thing took a swipe at him, so he is going to cast Lord Wizard Claw's magical grubby paws, and the armor needs to make a strength saving throw.
Strength.
14.
He makes it.
Damn.
Well,
Well,
is
either
one of
way,
the better things, yeah.
yeah, that's fine. Either way, a medium-sized paw made from compacted soil rises up and can be used to do stuff.
Okay, so you have like a. Do I need to put a hand in here?
No, I mean you could, if you want, you could put like just a token, but essentially the hand will be like next
He's
to
gonna
the
find a
armor.
hand.
Sure. I'll
He's
put
got a hand somewhere in there.
No, I'll just put a token. This is the token that you were going to fight before I changed this fight, and so I'm not really seeing anything. And maybe it's a good thing. So that's your token of your hand. He just happened to still be in there, so it's convenient.
And then lastly, he will cast Expeditious Retreat, which will allow him to take the disengage action.
Yep.
And he'll scamper away.
All right. Perfect. Yeah, so he avoids all the opportunity of attacks. It is now Zizol's turn.
All right. Since they can't hear me, a lot of my cool shit is null.
Yeah.
I can't cast heroism because I got to touch somebody, and y'all are across the room now. So I'll shoot him with my bow and arrow.
All right.
Attack with crossbow.
All right. Yeah, so that's a 15 actually is a miss on these because they are just big suits of armor.
So it planks off.
So it does plink off.
Dang.
They do have pretty good AC.
I mean, they are literal armor.
They're literal
Yeah.
suits of armor. Yeah. So like, they don't dodge at all, but it just suits off. It's a weird angle and kind of grazes off.
That's what they're designed to do.
What they do. All right. It
Bonus
is
job.
Umrin, it's your turn. You have advantage.
Okay, so I will take the attack action once again. Two-handed quarterstaff. Jeez,
That's a
25.
hit. You're
to hit.
rolling rocks today. Good.
Damn.
Boom.
Okay, so I am then going to what? I get 2 attacks again. Jesus, it's 3 25s in a row, I think.
Yeah.
Get them all.
That's fine. Your
That's
second
it, right?
attack, he collapses into a heap of scrap metal. He is
Oh.
gone.
Well, look at that. Okay. So that was my action. I'll use my bonus action to use Charger. And once again, sprint across the room towards this guy.
Mhm.
Just kick him in his eyes.
wait.
Yeah.
So a push is an attack action, though, isn't it?
Yes.
Yes.
Well, I already used my.
Yeah, you cannot do another attack action.
Yeah. Let me see if there's anything. Oh, you know what? I can't do that either because I don't have a dash. Okay, reconsidering. I will.
Wait. Why would you need to dash?
Charger requires me to use my action to dash.
Yeah, but you could just move over there.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
Oh yeah.
I can't do that, so now I'm just gonna have to walk over there
Oh, like a pleb.
Like a chump.
like a normal
Yeah.
You can't
Normal
monk walk over
dumb
there.
idiot. I can't really do anything else, I don't think.
You still have your bonus action, right? You didn't use it yet.
No.
I
Will you let me use Flurry of Blows on a different target?
Yeah, I mean it's still. I would say that you're moving over there as your monk thing. You're going to come in with like a knee strike as part of that move.
Cool.
You can't use your. Yeah, it's.
So I'll spend the 1 key for 2 unarmed strikes. 14.
14 is a miss, and 11 is a miss. So
Ooh.
yeah, so your luck with the high roll started to come out, and you're trying to hit this suit of armor with your unarmed strikes, but he's just hard and made of metal. And it did not pan out as much as you wanted it to. So the suit of armor is his turn. He is going to turn towards you. He's going to move once over here first. And then he's going to turn towards you, and he's going to attack you because you attacked him. And he's going to slam down on you. 2 slam attacks. First one hits. Second one misses. And it's going to take 4 points of damage. It is Fiona's / Lord Wizard Claw / the paw's turn.
Okay.
I
Fiona
don't know
will
what order they all go in, so you tell me.
Yeah, Fiona goes first because she's actually technically last.
Yeah.
So she'll help Umran. Wizard Claws will use the grabby paw to force a strength saving throw against the armor again. So it's basically making another reach toward him.
Yeah, so another strength saving throw.
Yeah.
He does make this one as well. It's a 15?
14 for
yeah,
Wizard
so 15
Claw
makes it. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. I said these are troublesome armors. And then he's going to hop over up onto this desk.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that's probably the most he can do. He couldn't look on the desk to see what's on it, could he?
Yeah.
Just like at a glance.
Yeah, if you just do a quick glance, you see. Yeah, you look on it, and right on the top, you see 2 notebooks right on top of the desk. One has a gilded leather-bound cover, while the other is much more basic. The gilded book is titled Binding and Two-Way Portal Travel Using Non-Perishables Reagents. And the more basic book
sounds familiar.
Is titled The Need for an Updated Model of the Planar System.
Okay, that'll be the end of his turn.
All right. It is Zizal's turn.
All right. Same shit, because I still can't really do much.
Yep. Shoot him.
I'm going to shoot him. I have a line on him from here.
Yeah, you're fine.
I'm going to try to shoot him with my crossbow.
Okay. Yeah, so that one you roll better, so we'll go with that one. So that's 9 damage.
I'll take that.
So you hit him, and he takes 9 points of damage. That magical bolt goes right through the breastplate. It would hit his heart, but he doesn't have a heart. Heartless.
He needs to visit the Wizard of Ao.
And it is Umran. It is your turn.
Don't do anything important. I'm going to pee. Kill this thing. I'll be back.
That seems
That's
important.
quite important.
I'm going to bust otherwise. I have to drink a lot of water to talk as Zizal.
Go.
Okay, so I will 2-hand quarterstaff.
Yeah, you have advantage on this one too.
Is that what I want to do? Take the attack. Yes. Okay, so 25 with the advantage roll.
That's a hit.
18.
He's already dead on the first one.
Oh.
Sack of metal scraps. So Eric is all gone.
Sack of scraps.
But I will let you know, as soon as you defeat the armor, you see that the woman's face shows back up into the sphere, and she says, "Alarm deactivated."
Oh, okay. Thought she was going to ask for another password. Phase 2.
Oh, then we would definitely have to flee.
It's a 2-step authentication.
Mm-hmm.
Tricksy wizards these days and the multi-factor authentication. I do wonder what the password was, though.
I think it might have been the name of those deities, perhaps. that correspond to the planar element symbols we used, but took me
Yeah,
too long to think of that.
But speaking of which, I did find something interesting. Remember that long and ill-named tome that we were required to go and find? Those notes?
No. Well done, Cat.
Oh, I do believe it was a team effort, even though it was due to my brilliance that we found this portal.
As you sit there, the sphere images start forming in the sphere, and it looks like there are multiple images, and they're just slowly revolving inside that sphere. And each image looks to be a room of the manse. You recognize most of the images. There's a few rooms you don't recognize because you haven't gone into them. There looks to be some sort of greenhouse, and there looks to be some sort of library as well. There is one that is black. You can't see out of it anymore, but you recognize most of the rooms, and there's one that faces outside as well. As you sit there, the woman shows back up her face, and she turns to Lord Wizard Claus, who's the closest person, and she says, "Personal archive last accessed 3,198 hours ago. Would you like to view, destroy, or save recent events?"
Review, please.
All right. The image on the sphere change, and you now see 7 events that you can choose from. They're just labeled as time and location. So you see 1247 front door, 1252 butler's office, 1254 laboratory, 1313 laboratory, 1323 laboratory, 1331 laboratory, 1332 entrance, 1335 office, 1520 front door, and 1522 entrance.
Zazel, it seems to be a recording of the last incidents of this manse. Aren't you dying to know what happened here?
I've seen the bloodshed. I'm fairly certain we know.
Yeah,
more or less.
I wouldn't put it that way.
Yes, poor choice of words. Yeah, he'll hit play if he can on the earliest one. I guess going in chronological order.
So you see the front of the manse. A group of about 6 ruffians walk up to the front of the manse. I'm gonna have to move this. Is so much text. A large older gentleman exits the front door and stands in front of the group, blocking their exit. He has a large mace casually resting on top of his shoulders.
Durgan.
No,
that's not Durgan. That's what was his name
you
again?
see the older gentleman and the ruffians discussing something, but you don't really hear sound coming from this image. You don't really know what's going on there. You heard sound from her, but this one doesn't either seem to be recording sound or doesn't have any. But I do believe you have the perceptive feat, correct?
Observant, yeah.
Yeah, so you can lip read, correct?
He can read mouths, yeah.
Yeah, so the lead ruffian is facing the camera, so you can read his mouth, and he says, "Not going to do that, bud. I got word that there's some pretty things in the manor. I plan on taking them." The old man tenses up and points down the drive back to the King's Road. You lip read the ruffian again. "You misunderstand me. I've come here for these pretty girls you have, and they fetch a high price to the right." The mace swings off the old man's shoulders into the face of the nearest raider, splitting it. The old man expertly swings the mace the other way, maintaining its momentum and slamming it into the face of another raider. Suddenly, 2 arrows burst into his chests. He looks down confused, but ducks back into an off-balanced fighting stance. 2 more arrows rip into his chest as a pair of archers emerge from out of view. The old man falls to the ground. Lip reading again, the lead ruffian. "Oh, you'd think I came to negotiate." Give me a perception check. So you see a shadow. You don't really know what it is, but some sort of shadow leave. It's very far away. Leave the stables and just run full speed. You can't tell what it is or where it's going, but you just see something leaving the stables. So that was one. So do you want?
Okay.
It's just a little blurry. You can't really see it. It's image.
Well, we did find a body like near the stable coming in. Like, I wonder if he would be.
Could be that.
Yeah.
You just can't tell. So the next video in you're just going to watch them in chronological order.
Yeah.
You see a gray-haired man wearing a worn black suit stands at his desk, listening to a conversation coming from a bell-marked front door. Suddenly, he jumps as he flicks the bell-marked stables. He shouts into it. You can't tell what he shouts because he's not facing you, unfortunately.
Mm-hmm.
The man reaches over and grabs the bell marked laboratory and yanks it off the wall. As he leaves the office, he holds the bell to his mouth and shouts something into the ball. Into the bell.
They seem to be some kind of communicating device.
Those bells, you kind of guessed that. That was the bells that were in there? Or, yeah.
I thought they were like ring and they could just ring magically, but it seems like they can transmit sound.
Yes, that's what it sounds like because he's talking into it and hearing from it, but you can't hear what it is. The next image.
That could be delightfully useful, Henseisel.
That's cool.
The next image. A young blonde girl runs in the laboratory to join who you believe is Lord Greystock. He shuts the door behind him. The door shakes on its hinges after a while. You see Lord Greystock's face. He says, "Where's Gertie?" The girl shrugs in response. "What about Albert?" The girl shakes her head and then collapses on the floor and starts sobbing. Greystock kneels before the girl, patting her on the back of the head and comforting her. You see the door continuing to rattle and shake on its hinges. Next image. Greystock reads through a book as Allie sits in the corner cowering. Both get up and walk to the door, listening to outside. Moments later, Allie screams and collapses again. Greystock runs to his desk and rummages around for a moment. He grabs an ancient-looking parchment and hurries to the center of the room. Next image. Greystock adds a mark to the summoning circle in the middle of the room. He checks it against the parchment and stands up. He reads lines from a strange language. You don't recognize the language, and you can't really lip read because you've never heard this language before. A black mist forms in the middle of the circle. It becomes denser and thicker as it swirls until it is an opaque oval. Out of the oval comes a giant red-clawed hand. Like stepping through a curtain, a large, some sort of creature steps through the summoning gate. It's a giant creature, 10 feet high with glowing eyes and giant like red pincer claws. You can see him, and Greystock's to the back, so you can only read his voice. Greystock, what a surprise. It wraps its huge knuckles on some sort of invisible barrier. Such formality. Have we ever been anything but consummate hosts? He laughs, but then looks intrigued as he notices the panic on Greystock's face. You see Lord Greystock pleading to this creature, but you can't hear what it is. After a moment, the devil smiles and nods. I accept this deal and agree to the terms. The barrier shimmers and goes out. The devil stretches his enormous limbs and flexes his claws, emitting a cracking sound, which you actually can't hear. You don't.
We inferred there was a
you
cracking
infer
sound.
There's some sort of cracking sound because when he does it, yeah. No, why don't you be so kind as in to invite your guest? Greystock waves his hand, and you see a shimmer around the door disperse. The doors shatter, and several ruffians enter the room triumphantly. Their looks of glee quickly turn into horror as they see the creature before them. The room erupts into a cloud of blood and viscera, and the screen goes black.
That happened in the laboratory?
That happened in the laboratory. So now you can see that's he summoned whatever this creature is to defend him, and it destroyed all of those invaders. That's including the one that you kind of that rose back up, the well-dressed one. He was just decimated by this weird creature. The next image is in the laboratory as well. The devil ducks in carrying an unconscious Gertie under one arm as if a doll. Blood splatters cover her white apron. He drops her on the ground, and as she wakes and rises to her feet, Lord Greystock sighs in relief. The devil says something to Greystock, and he reaches to the amulet worn by Allie, who's that blonde girl. But a bright flash erupts when he touches it. He growls. He is turned away from the camera, so all you can see now is Lord Greystock's You can read his lips. I apologize, but I do not own that anymore. I've given it to the girl. The devil turns towards Gertie. That one too. And the last one given as payment for services rendered. I apologize. See the devil roar back. You don't hear a soundless roar, and he shouts something to Lord Greystock, who smiles slightly and smugly. Once again, I apologize, but the note's only borrowed from the university. The devil roars at the smirk, but then smiles. Says something to Gertie that you can't see. You see Gertie. This look of disgust comes over her face, and you can read her lips. I'll never work for you. And she looks toward Lord Greystock, whose face is sullen. Gertie violently shakes his head. Fine. I hereby terminate my employment. I will not be working for that creature. The devil roars and laughs as he suddenly snips Gertie's head clean from her shoulders with a huge claw. Her smug grin forever etched on her detached head. A soundless scream erupts from Greystock as the devil calmly removes the necklace from the now headless corpse. He turns towards Allie, and in doing so, you can see his face now. Now, sweet girl, shall we collect your things? I would pack for a warmer climate. Allie screams and runs out the laboratory. Next scene is at the entrance. You see a young teenage male enter through the front door, wearing oversized armor and carrying a sword. He is hesitant and cautious. You see his face and can read his lips. Allie? He shouts. The blonde girl comes running down the stairs, panicked. As she's running down the stairs, a huge winged figure lands between the young boy and the door. This has gone on long enough, the devil growls. He slashes at the young boy, knocking him down, and turns to Allie. Let's go, my dear. Time is money. He reaches the giant armor on Allie as she slumps dejectedly. The young boy staggers back to his feet, dent in his finely crafted armor. He swipes at the devil with the oversized short sword, or long sword, catching him off guard and cutting through the membrane of his wing. Run, he shouts. Allie runs down the north hallway as the devil roars in rage and turns to the young boy. He kicks him to the ground and straddles him, flashing repeatedly of the exposed areas of his body. You don't see much, but when he gets back up, only the armor and shredded bits of flesh remain. Next image is of Greystock's office. He sits at his office desk as the devil enters. Where is she? He yells. I've sent her away somewhere. Oh, the other guy's voice. So from this angle, you can read both of their lips. I've sent her away somewhere you will never find her. Now leave this man's. That was Greystock. I've mixed up their voices. The devil sniffs the air and laughs. Ha! Do you think me a fool? I know what you have done. She's still in this house, and I will find her. I have all the time in the world. A look of panic comes over Lord Greystock, followed by a look of acceptance and sadness. He pulls a letter opener out of his desk. Unfortunately for you, our deal is over. You have failed to protect me. The devil roars in defiance. Oh, you fool! She will be stuck forever! Greystock looks directly at the recording crystal and seemingly at you. I have faith someone will find her. Until then, she is resting at her favorite place. She will come to anyone's call. Lord Greystock plunges the letter opener into his heart and twists, collapsing. The devil roars one final time and fades to black mist. The next image is of the front door. Three men with silver and red armor ride into view and dismount near the front door. They study the bodies laying before them. They draw their long swords and enter the house. Final image is at the entrance. Three guards enter the house from the front door and immediately stop when they see the mutilated body of the young boy. They enter into a defensive formation. One of the guards yells and points to the north. The two other guards start walking, one heading up the stairs, one heading down the north hallway. The lead guard collects the remains of the young boy, cradling the small boy in his arms. After a minute, both guards return to the foyer. Anything? You see the lead guard ask. The other guards just shake their heads in response. Cries into his hand. And they leave. End of images.
Well, the first thing we learn in wizard school is to never consort with demons.
Yes, it
This
must
is
have been
why.
dire circumstances.
Yes,
Seemed kind of desperate.
desperate times and desperate measures. But it seems like that one girl was hidden away somewhere. I do wonder if she's still hidden.
Very well could be. Seems.
That's a quest for another day.
Yes, I'd very much think we should stay here and perhaps look a bit more, see if we can help.
Yes, perhaps we could. Perhaps this room will yield some more information. Could we do a thorough search of this room together?
Of course. Yeah. So let me get back to minimize the screen because, of course, I did. There was a lot to read in one spot.
Zaza, while you were off relieving yourself, I also believe we found the notes that we were looking for.
Oh yeah, I think I came. It's like 2 books, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I saw that.
Well, I think we were only tasked with the one book, but maybe the other book will be bonus.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's like we may want to make a copy of them.
Oh, of course, that's just a given. But add that to exercising 2 specters and eliminating 2 mobile armors, I think we might have made quite a bit of gold in this endeavor.
Yep. I mean, that's part of the job. That's why we do it. That's why we're here. The gold.
The gold. And other secrets that this room might hide. Let's roll perception checks.
Oh yeah, I'm looking.
Well, looked good.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty good looking.
Yeah. So with your perception checks, you can see that this has just a collection of some of the things that he's come across in his travels. So a lot of them are magic. I will get a list to you of the magic items. None of them are like combat focused because he's not combat oriented. Even the robes are hanging on that armor stand are magic of some sort, but you don't really know what magic or haven't been able to identify them. But
I do know because I have the identify spell.
Oh, okay.
It's like a,
Those like I'm going to take a minute to. Nope.
No,
I'll
no,
do it
that's
right this- I'll do
that's
it right
no.
now.
I was
I'll
just
do
saying
it-
that I was
we'll do
going to
that
give
later.
you like a list of everything.
yeah.
That can be
That sounds
later.
tight.
It's going to be easier than listing a lot of. I mean, it's just a bunch of stuff. You have like there is his. You see that one of his staffs has no gem at the top. Wizard staffs usually have a gem at the top. This one doesn't, so it's like some sort of damaged staff, but it still is magic.
Interesting.
You see the notes. You see more other just like weird collected items from other planes. You think that some of the magic that you saw is just maintaining them on this plane so they don't go back to their other plane in storage, kind of like what you saw on the dead creatures.
The trophy room.
Yeah, and then you see there are a few magical items that he has that he found important enough to protect. But it looked like the main thing he was protecting was his notes. That's what those the armor didn't really. They didn't care what you're looking at, except if you got too close to the notes.
Man, well, that was fun.
Yeah. How do you guys want to like explore around or have like a?
Yeah, I was going to
segue
ask
out?
this. Is this a good spot to segue
Yeah,
out?
I mean, I have time, but if you guys want to do like, you want to just finish up in here, or you guys want to finish up?
Yeah, we could finish up.
Probably
in
head
here.
out in a minute.
Yeah. Okay.
That's okay.
Yeah.
That's totally fine.
Yeah. You just want to pick back up next time then?
Yeah, we can wrap everything up next time.
Yeah. I don't want you to feel rushed. So yeah, let's do that.
Cool. Like no rush in terms of this campaign, but do you think we will have enough, or do you think we'll end up wrapping it?
On the next one? Oh
on the
yeah,
next
for
session?
sure.
Okay.
Yeah, you're just wrapping up the stuff. I mean, you could leave right now. You have what you came for.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. And
Sure.
then follow-up question: should we also do any prep work for like if we wrap that one, and then you said you had like some follow-up stuff? If you wanted
Yeah,
to do,
so
like,
I
a
have
briefer.
the one that we wrap up. I have the interlude session planned out, and then I have another like short little mission for you, and then after that, if you wanted to do the get a new GM, I can keep going. I don't mind playing. Like if you want to play with me as another character, I'm happy to just have a rotating. Like there's a couple systems that we could use. I was thinking like I see that you guys kind of need certain stuff.
Hmm.
So I was thinking maybe like certain skills.
We
in
need
your
a
party.
lock-picking cleric.
Yeah. So what you could do is like
fighter
in some-
cleric multi-class.
like in some of the RPGs, you know, that where you have like an company, you know, something like
Companion.
Like a
companion.
mercenary? Yeah, companion.
Yes, exactly.
I was going to ask if we could hire people.
we got companion.
And then that's you choose who I play. Basically, is
Hmm.
I
could
will
be
play
fun.
that NPC. I will be your hire. I will not be. That keeps me from trying to be involved in
Mhm.
the actual story, just because I'm really just there to assist you with skills. You tell me what skill to do, and I'm doing it. And I, you know, or I'll do
That'd be
act
fun.
as much as I need to in certain situations, but I'm not going to like. I don't have to worry about directing the party or anything like that, or knowing secrets to stuff, because I'm just going to be like, you know, I ain't paying for this shit.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
you guys figured this out.
Yeah, I'm not paid enough to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I think if we hire a DM too, it might be
Mhm.
worth like planning, like, okay, we'll play the full one shot.
Yeah.
Like all at once, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Because that might be better.
Get
Instead
a
of
whole
paying
day
someone-
That
set
would make
aside.
sense.
Yeah.
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 I mean, like, I think within 4 hours you could do a one shot, 3 or 4 hours,
Oh, yeah.
depending on the DM. And we could, in that process, we could see if we could find someone that can, like, do you have like a 4-hour one shot you can run? Or
Sure. Yeah.
yeah, or if not, then we can always break it up. I just
Yeah.
know like adding another person's schedule into the mix.
Ugh.
Mhm.
It's gonna make things.
Yeah,
worse,
that's interesting though, because like if we pull Bill in the group to hire an outside GM, would we continue to run? We wouldn't run Billy's campaign, correct?
It would just be side missions in the same universe. Like not
Yeah.
everything has. It'll be like the X-Files. You had like the Monster of the Week episodes, and you had the continuing story episodes. It'd be like a Monster of the Week.
Yeah. So and I feel like it can still be an AOA, and with our characters and such.
Yeah.
That's cool.
And then like if we do end up exploring some like DM list type sessions where you know, it's just an adventure, just like a one shot where we don't use a GM, we could also play with that too.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Before we like cycle back in. I'm also okay if like, you know, Wizard Claus is taking a vacation and the party still wants to continue to adventure, or, you know, Umran takes a vacation or whatever.
Yeah.
We could also
So
swap into.
I was thinking for this campaign, it may be fun just to have like a kind of like a cast of characters, and you guys can trade them out as you want. So like everybody have two, and you choose who you want at any time. Like, and we can even send it where like have two people do simultaneous, like two groups do simultaneous tasks.
Yeah.
And so like you guys choose how the party dynamic is or stuff. You know, it's up to you. I think that I don't ever want you to feel like you are punished for playing the same character over and over again. It's fun to have different ones. You don't want to like have to kill off your character to play a new one. But I think that's kind of, it makes sense because you're part of like the guild, and so like you can see that once you become a little bit more famous, you could have like a set adventuring party, and you just have, oh, this guy's going to take a vacation, this guy had to do something, or he had, you know, like you have people rotating in and out of the actual cast, but it's all like one team.
Yeah, I like that a lot, because that is one thing. Like I with this game, I want to play a character more prolonged. But on the other side of the coin, I don't want to be tied to the same character.
Yeah. You guys and everybody levels up the same. So I'm not going to like punish you that like, you know, I got to keep, you know, I want to play this cleric.
Yeah.
I want to get this cleric to level 8, so I'm going to keep playing him. But like, no, like when you need him, everybody's at the same level. So like you can trade him off equally. It's
good.
There's also in the new Spelljammer thing that's not out yet. It comes out in like August. There's a few new races, and they all sound super weird.
Oh right, yeah.
Space elves, mechanical gnomes, flying monkeys, hippo people, humanoid slimes, and telepathic bugs.
Yeah,
that's like,
you could definitely put them in
a roll Geonosian.
Yeah,
because that could be a fun way. Like if let's say we're this group of alien type space jammer people, like what if they crashed into AOA and like had to
you could
get out
or
or something.
we are planning on traveling to different planes.
Yeah.
That is
And
true.
so that's, you could always introduce new things that,
And
Yeah,
the
we-
Spelljammer, I forget what it's called. Like, it's like the space that they fly in is the space between the planes.
yeah.
There's like a word for it. Like,
Flagellum.
yeah, something like that.
Phalanges?
It's phalanges.
It's like similar to like flagellum or something.
Yeah.
It's magical.
Yeah, so
phlegm.
it's something like that. That it's meant to be like more open and like a planar exploration. Just because like I said, when I designed this, it would be. Yeah, I wanted like the planes are something that you always talk about, but then nobody ever does it, and so like
Yeah.
it's really fun. And so like just when I designed this whole thing to do like very focused on like planar travels, like whole new worlds to explore. And then Spelljammer came out. I'm like, yep, exactly. Like, I'm not the only one who like feels that like exploration is because that's what like Spelljammer is.
Yes.
Exploration. Like that's the whole thing of Spelljammer.
We never really explored that. Just like the actual exploration. Sorry to use redundant terms,
Mhm.
but to really go into unventured places or places that have not.
Well, we will in this campaign. Like,
Yeah.
we
will.
absolutely will. Like, I'm just like, this is just the first thing. Like, it's taken us a while. I may have to remember, like, when I write these, like, how long things take, because I didn't, I don't want it to feel
Everything
like it's
takes us
bogging
an
down.
hour.
It just takes a long time to do everything.
Open a door
Yeah.
takes
Yeah.
an hour. Find a
But
door takes an hour.
that is
Fill
it's
something. takes an hour.
interesting because when you're like writing a full campaign, like you don't think of it as an episodic in the way that we play. Like it should it should have a beginning, a middle, and an end, but so should each like hour session, which is really tough to do.
Totally, yeah, because you don't know what you're gonna like. You don't want to rush it. Like I thought, like that. I didn't want to do just exposition on this one, but like
Mhm.
I thought it was interesting to have an ability for you guys to find out exactly what happened. Like, but you didn't have to. Like I said, like you could have just been like, I really don't care and walk away.
Delete.
Yeah, I was thinking like maybe you would, and I'm like, oh, that'd be interesting. Like
I thought about it.
That's
What was
fine.
your
Like, I know
crossfire
when
about
you
it,
said
rather?
that, you're like, I don't really
Dan
care,
Cat.
and I'm like, okay, that's fine.
Need to
Yeah,
make room
on
for
the-
all my recordings.
Yeah, so the way that I had the last fight was way harder, and I decided not to do it that way.
Oh, God bless you. Thanks.
Yeah, well, that one wasn't really that hard. Those guys aren't actually that hard creatures. as
The
you
horny
probably
devil or
tell.
whatever it was.
Well, yeah, I was gonna do the horny devil, and then I was like, oh, this guy's way too hard. I'm like, oh, I'll put some armor in there. But like in hindsight, I could have done it because it would have been way more like realistic and kind of fun. But those like they don't have any senses. They just fight using blind sight.
Mhm.
So I was going to have it as soon as the alarm is triggered, the wall becomes transparent, or like you're stuck in there and all the lights go out, so you have magical darkness. So, but then I was like, oh, that'd be really cool, but also not actually that fun because you can't see anything. Nobody knows what you're doing, and you just start getting beat up by these little guys. And you can't
Yeah.
like it'll be like for a visual clue, it'll just be blackness. You're like, all right, you think you hear something to your right. What do you do?
And it hurts.
Yeah. Like it would have just dragged it out for so long, and I'm like, no, that's not
That's
fun.
funny.
Like it seems like a good idea, but like in practice, I'm like, this is going to.
That's a good idea for a movie, but might
Yeah.
not work in D&D.
Yeah, it wouldn't. I mean, it would be fun, but if we were all together for one thing, but like trying to squeeze that into an hour, like because it would have like rounds would have taken so long because you would have missed, like so many times, and nobody would have been able to do anything. It would have just been just a bunch of people bumbling around.
I think like doing that once would be fun.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I mean,
Like,
I still
it's
have it.
an unexpected trap type of thing.
I have it in my inventory, but I was like, this is too early to do it. But yeah, you didn't want to do it with like harder enemies. So I was like, these guys are pretty easy. Let's throw this in there. But then I was like, no, but that's just not fun. Like rule of fun. It's not would have been hard, but it wouldn't have been entertaining.
I think that was still a really good choice using the armors because I don't think Zeisel could have really done much to him with his spells.
Mhm.
Wizard Claws, I don't think could have done much with his spells.
No, he didn't.
No.
I did 9 damage in that fight. I missed once,
So-
and my spell was ineffective once.
But it's nice. So like even just by like this is an interesting thing from like a DM perspective. Just by like your monster selection,
Mhm.
you can significantly alter a fight. So like Umran really had to carry the weight because
Yeah.
we just didn't have any really capability to damage them. They were
Yeah.
immune to a lot of stuff.
The point there was that Umran was kind of dead weight in the earlier fight because he was resistant to non-magical weapons.
Mhm.
And so you had a +1. I'm pointing, you can't see, but Zyzal had a +1 crossbow, so he could bypass that. And Lord Wizardclaws has a bunch of magical everything to do.
Mhm.
But Umran, he's a frontline fighter, just doesn't have a magical weapon yet, and he doesn't have that ability. So like,
Didn't he get a Lucerne? Was that magical?
+1 Lucerne.
he did, but he got that after.
After
Yeah,
we
but
killed it.
but he didn't use it on the Mechatrons.
No, he didn't. I mean, they weren't immune to magical stuff. I
but
don't know if you
I
want to
still
use
imagine
it.
a +1 Lucerne's going to be better than a broom handle.
Well, I don't know because there's certain benefits to using monk
Monk weapons.
approved
Mm.
weapons. So
Yeah,
I don't,
so it
a
has to be
Lucerne
monk
probably
weapons.
doesn't fit in there because it has to be like bludgeoning, I think, in order to one of the
But
prereqs.
there's probably a good going rate for +1 Lucernes out in the
Yeah,
market.
we could buy a fancier stick.
We'll figure it
Yeah.
out.
Yeah, I'm looking at that, like, and I also want to make a list of all the magic weapons because I don't want it to be like you found this is like a super high level wizard and you got his stash, and so I want you to have cool stuff, but I also don't want it to
Yeah.
be like world breaking that like, oh, now I have a +3, medallion of protection. Like,
I'm cool with that.
I do like being able to get currency that we can exchange, or even just like
Mhm.
here's all these items. You can also trade them for similarly powered items, just so
Yeah.
we can customize a little bit.
I'm all for like weird items. So you'll get the items and they're not. I make them up, just because it's magic doesn't mean they can't do something really really strange. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, I would love to see more items like the folding boat, like
Yeah.
things that are
Mhm.
going to help us with exploration
Yeah.
and make exploration a lot of fun.
Yeah, not game breaking, but
versus-
just utility.
Yeah.
Utility
Yeah.
items are always fun. Like just something that could like you never may be able to use it, but you could. Like there was a mug that I saw that just like decreases eliminates the alcohol content of whatever pulls into there, but just like you're like, what's the use of this? I'm like, oh, if you get into a drinking contest with somebody, you can't
You can always
lose.
win.
You just can't lose because you just like as soon as it puts in there, there's no alcohol. So like
That's funny.
it's like a goofy thing. You're like, this is kind
Yeah.
of stupid. Why? You're like, the one time you need to use it, this is the most valuable item in the world. Like everything has that like one time, and you're like, you've been keeping it around. Like, what do I have this ring of? I can speak with
3-inch
this weird-
levitation.
Yeah, like exactly. And then all of a sudden, like you do it, and somebody pushes you across. You just like, oh well, then I avoided the floor trap because I'm like slowly floating across. I don't know, fun things like that. I'm all for that. So that's what you're gonna see. I had a list of them, but like I didn't want to give you all of them, so I'm gonna pick a couple at random and give it to, just so you don't have like 20 crazy items. But I think that's kind of funny with this part. Everybody else comes in with like super powerful items, and like this group has like, I have this weird item that does this weird thing. Like,
It's all about how you use it.
yeah,
It's not
exactly. Like it just
type of
fits
magic
with this
item you
party.
have.
Like, yeah, like that ring of. I don't even want to say some of the stuff. And I wrote it down. And I'm getting all mixed up. I have so many that I can't think of one particular except for that weird. Some of them have bad effects too that are funny. But, all right. Well, thanks everybody,
Cool.
and
Yeah.
I will see
thank you.
you all
Bill.
next weekend. I think
Perfect.
I can play
Cool.
next weekend. All right.
Thanks,
See you
See you guys.
All right, bye.
Later.
That's it for this week's episode. Don't forget to subscribe to the podcast if you haven't already, and head over to +1togaming.com for more live discussions, actual plays, character creation tips, and more. You can also join us live every Sunday on Twitch at twitch.tv/+1togaming. Thanks so much for listening, and we'll catch you next time.